Hey guys, Dib the Awesome here to give you yet another uh news video, I guess, just to tell you what's been going on lately. I haven't really made any videos as of late or do any streams. I've been busy with college. Busy. Finishing up a final paper. It's getting close to, finals weeks here. For me specifically. I graduate on like the 10th and I'm like finishing up a paper. I've been really focused on that. uh, so why haven't I done any streams beyond just the school stuff? Why haven't I done a stream as of late for Monster Legends? There hasn't been a good war to do so. Like for the last four wars, it's been about stuff that's just not streamable. The first three wars that I said there was a total for. The first three was all about like light and fire element, and like light and fire is like the worst. Like in terms of my category, I don't have much to work with there as of yet, and even though I have Gakora, that's not enough to make up for the high level ruined disadvantage. Like we fought like a really hard team for the last few days now. We've been fighting nothing but hard teams, with really hard to work with rules. It's just the thing. So I have to use my best monsters for the best situations. So I wanted to be ready for those. So yeah, again, that's why I haven't really done so. For war. However, I did before me working on the paper, I did manage to do a video on a war that we did prior to those wars I'm talking about, the hard ones. I did do one. It was about like a Cold War. I didn't do a stream during that weekend because we actually got a really huge blizzard, and I commented on that video. I haven't posted it yet. I just haven't gotten the time to do so. But I have the time to post this one. I know that's weird, but it's what it is. But yeah, I finally have enough to make the Keeper. I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna fill the missing with the Magic Elementium that I have here. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. Go for it. Craft it. There we go. I finally got it. Keeper. That is a real keeper for you. I'm gonna call him John Goodman. uh, but I finally got enough. What chapters did I finish to actually get this done? I managed to get the Akanotep in the current progression event, or the current whatchamacallit here. As you can see, I actually almost have enough for two. I could actually get that done if I find, or like if next week's rotation has Akanotep in the rotation, or if Akanotep ever comes out in the shop, I could actually get this chapter done. In terms of the realm of doability, the only ones I'm missing here are Akanotep and Soap Sam for the ranking up chapter, but I do have just the entire chapter complete. I got this one done, and I got I think it was an Evil Legions done with Minotaurus. There's a chapter with like Minotaurus, and I finished that. I think it was an Evil Legions chapter. Yeah, it was this one. I got since I got Kylie Eradicator from a breeding event, I was actually able to finish this chapter just by hatching Minotaur. So I could have had this done weeks ago, but I just figured it out when I was looking through my books to see if I had anything to finish up. Those, the chapters to get the Keeper, and just so happens that I did. So that's how I was able to finish up the Keeper. I had I think I had like 60 or 64 cells to begin with, and I just had enough to, after completing those two, I had enough to finish it. So I'm happy about that. I finally have the exclusive Keeper. I wonder, does he show up in the exclusive book? I almost got this one done. This one gives you a level 9 team speed. That's crazy, but you have to get higher on for that. Maybe if they do like a breeding event and I actually have his pairing, I'd finish this chapter. That's something I would consider doing. Now, speaking of exclusive stuff, they're also doing the whatchamacallit, they're also doing the dungeons And at some point, I imagine like getting all these chapters done since they're doing the Nemesis dungeons. And from what I feel like that they'll at some point you'll be able to craft all the Nemesis monsters. What I'm pretty much getting from the events. If they do it 4 times, this is the second time they've done it. Uh, if you were to clear, both normal and hard dungeons 4 times, and you get the 25 cells, you will have enough to craft them and therefore get it done, and therefore get these really hard chapters to do done, and you get a lot of cool stuff out of it. Like, look at this exclusive for the exclusive for 6, you get like a level 9 life rune and 20 keeper cells. For this one, you get 35 elementium and a level 8 life rune. That sounds really good. Like, just a bunch of level 8 runes for these Nemesis specific chapters. And also, you'll be able to clear up all the other chapters that have those really specific Nemesis monsters. You'll be able to get that done, which is really, really good. I don't really like the reward for this families chapter. All right, I'm just kind of looking through the chapters here. This one just gives you like Count Vlad. Count Vlad he's an old monster with all really long cooldowns. Uh, but yeah, that seems to be the gist. Seems to be the whatchamacallit. Another side note, I actually really, really enjoyed the current event here. You could actually get Chryssandri. I'm talking about the Egyptian mage. You could actually pick up a Chryssandri, and that's really good. I did like the Egyptian event. I never made a video on it. It's actually the final days of it, but I did really, really liked the event. I do give it a thumbs up for what it offered, which was an Akhenaten and Chryssandri. For sure, you could get those. And it might have been possible. It was probably possible to get Ban says in terms of just like lowest gem cost possible. I think Ban says. Am I even saying that right? I wish I could actually get this enough done, but I didn't have enough time to get them done. At least to that decent price of like, especially low, over like under like 50 gems or anything like that. I didn't get that far. I do believe I've seen quite a few people get at least like 25 down. Like, some of people were spot on. They used obviously took the item boost week into Ban says. Yeah, Ban says. You could have gotten up to Ban says. I think in terms of, usability for Ban says, I would have just picked him up for upcoming breeding events, and just because he looked cool. Stat wise, his stats are terrible. Trade is terrible. Immune to instant. I don't really like the immune to instant death all too much. It's basically that means you can't put it on defense. You can only use it on the attack, and that's hindering it. It does hinder its usability. However, it does have a self buff that gives them all 3 immunities. That is really good in terms of a possession fight, but I don't know if you'd bring a possessor to Bansed's fights. I don't know if, and even if people would even run it on defense. But it can be a fairly tanky monster. It's got a shield and the mask. I did score really high pros. I also liked the fact that we got our first fire denier in this event, and I'd say, dudes, I would watch all the trailers. If this comes out in like a trailer or like a 72-hour, I would get this. This monster is really, really good. Has energy link. I don't know if it's like an upgraded stamina leak, because it's energy link. It's not labeled as stamina link. It's labeled as energy link. Link. Leak. I mean link. Leak. I don't know why I'm saying link. Leak. Energy leak. I don't know if that's. Oh, that could be just the name anyway, or it could be the same thing. But if it's advanced energy leak, if because we have like advanced stamina drain, it would be nice to have advanced stamina leak. I would actually use that over just regular. I think regular stamina leak is kind of garbage. But if you have if there's an advanced stamina leak, like energy leak, if that's a thing, that would be really helpful. It'd go with the the stamina draining staffs, because a lot of the times with the problem with like stamina draining staffs is a lot of people just counter it by having like an energy banner or something. Well, if the energy leak drains more than the relic, that's really good. that helps a lot. So if that's the thing, that will help its deniability. It's a AoE stunner. I don't know if that really helps it too much, because everyone uses Igursis, at least where I'm at. Everyone's like running a 130 Agursus. Ult's really effective against Agursus, but just in terms of his natural deny, it's situationally speaking, it's not necessarily good. However, I do again the relics do help. You could run the obliteration staff, which could drain all the stamina, and that could help drain the Agursus' stamina. Hopefully, you don't get ulted. But anyway, really good monster. Again, this event was really good. I did enjoy it. In terms of monster value, the last one did have a lot more there was more damage value. Like in terms of what it was meant to be, I had a lot more damage value. This one just seems to have a lot of crowd control value. Akanotep is a fantastic monster. Don't get me wrong. It's just one of those monsters that it doesn't have the stats of a modern monster. Or like it's less like three. Like you'd run team speed on it anyway, but it doesn't have as much control as other monsters nowadays, or it's not as stupid as other team support monsters, what have you. Though it does, he still has. I will say he still has really great use in terms of AOE debuff. One of the best AOE debuffers in the game with the blind, daze, and damage reduction. It's just a really good skill. It is an invarf skill, all built into one, but that's the only reason you're using him at that point. It's a really good one-trick pony monster. He does hold. I do believe he held a stun. I think it was either stun or possession, a stamina leak, and stamina recovery skill, and I think that was about it. And he has plague. Uh, I plan on using him. I plan on learning just team speed on him and using that one glorious skill. And I think that's all he needs to. It's not a bad monster. I'm kind of I kind of am I sounding like I'm making him a bad monster? He's really not. He's decent. He is competitively viable, is what I'm saying, but he's not as dumb as other monsters in the dark category at the moment. He's also immune to possession, I believe, so you can put him on defense. He's a really good defensive monster. Chrysandri too. I was really happy out of all the monsters in this event, besides the Viper Hotep, and in terms of the design wise with Bonses, Chrysandri was my favorite thing about this. You could basically get Chrysandri for little to no gems, and it was wonderful. I loved getting a copy of Chrysandri because then I can rank it up to 105. 105 is better than non-ranked one, so that's really good. So yeah, overall loved that event. Crazy Days. I highly recommend everyone watching those trailers. It's actually ending tonight. So be sure to watch your final trailers. I haven't gotten to watch mine yet because I screwed up the timing on it. I might not even be able to watch it till 12. But yeah, it's gonna be good. What else is there to really say? Oh, I got I was gonna wait till my next. I'm gonna wait till my next live stream to feed him. But I got anchovies. I got my Alkanine finally crafted. I finally got enough cells to get him crafted without having to use Elementium. He's ready to go. I also have. Well, again, I'm gonna feed him during next stream. I'm gonna feed both of them next stream. I got Dr. Eggman done, so be excited to see him fully leveled up by the next event or stream. Got Dr. Eggman done. In terms of ranking up, I waited weeks for him to get done ranking up, and I finally got it done. It actually takes a really long time to fully rank up a monster. It's really dumb. That event ended a long time ago, and it took forever to rank it up. It's ridiculous. But yeah, this is the next war. This is a winged team shop monster Earth War. I should probably be hatching Dharma's Bodyguard, but I think there was an event for Metalisha coming up, so I think I should wait till that's over because Metalisha is really one of those few fire monsters at the moment that's really just worth using. There's not a whole lot of fire monsters really worth using due to just how powerful Agursus is. And Metalisha is just one of those monsters, just one of those monsters you can use. It's one of those exceptional monsters, or one of those really top tier monsters. There's not a whole lot of top tier fire monsters in the fire category, or at least the ones that just scream, "I'm stupid." You know what I'm saying? A lot of fire monsters, just majority of them do just damage or what have you. This little, they're just starting to evolve as a category. But Agursus just kind of the rank 5 Agursus just kind of overshadows everything else in the fire category. Just It just does. It's just dumb. uh, in terms of again, just where I'm at in the game, just where I'm at, I just see one like rank 5 Agursis, and there's just no point to running a anything lower than the rank 5 Agursis. You're at a level disadvantage. You don't do enough damage to it. It's just dumb. It can kill squishy fire attackers if you're not running the life rune. If you don't have it at least rank 3. If you don't have a fire monster to at least rank 3, it's just gonna die to Agursis. It just doesn't care. Unless that fire monsters is support like Renui or Metal Asher or Angenica, you probably shouldn't. It's probably not a good idea against the rank 5 Agursis. I'm just saying. If you have a rank 5 Agursis, just use that rank 5 Agursis. Situationally, you're just better off with it. But yeah, that's why I kind of don't like Fire Wars all that much anymore. Just Fire Wars specific. If you have to use a fire monster specific, where it's not a fun war. Agursis just kind of squishes. Rank 5 Agursis just kind of squishes anything below that is just down in terms of the fire category. And if you're just a damage dealer, if you're a support, whole nother ballpark. But if you're just damage, rank 5 Agursis just kind of tramples over anything in terms of damage output. It's just really dumb. It's bulky. It's good. Relics makes it really, really dumb. Again, hold a chest plate. Lasts forever. Enough said. I did like the fact Viper Hotep's immune to possession because he also does AoE stunning. He's effective pretty much against other monsters that's not running an Agursis on their team. It's effective against the other two monsters that accept the Agursis, but for the most, again, really great monster. Can't wait to use them. He can also hold an amulet. That means he can hold a recharging amulet that can counter the stamina draining, which is really, really nice in terms of a self thingy. But yeah, you can also hold the healing one. There's a lot of amulets you can use, stat variations or what have you. It's just universally good. What else is there to really say? Oh, there's an event for Bowtie coming up. If you guys always dreamed of getting your own Bowtie, the scroll event for that's coming up tomorrow. Be sure to complete the challenges, and so you may partake in the Progression Island event. Those events are really, really good. They basically let you walk away with a rank 2 monster with little to no gems if you know how to do your, if you know how to do the event right. It is very much worth it to get a rank 2 monster. How good is Bowtie? Bowtie has really, really good universal support. He's very good overall in terms of defensive support. But I wouldn't say he's not an instant killing support, double damage giver. No, he's more so of a protection giver. One of the only monsters in the game I do believe that gives, if not the only one, that gives immunity to Mega Stun. His buff can give immunity to Mega Stunning. I don't think any monster in the game does that. Like in terms of a buff. I don't know if it's just his buff. I think it's just his specific buff that gives immune to Mega Stun. It says like a stun immunity, but in all actuality, it gives him immune to Mega Stun too. It's built into the stun immunity is what I'm saying. He's really, really decent in terms of protecting your team from Mega Stunners. I don't think he can cover Mega Freeze though. I don't think that was a thing because he wasn't created after Mega Freeze was created, so he was created before Mega Freeze, so I don't think he covers Mega Freeze per se. His ult's basically an instant life reset. He basically heals everyone on your team. If imagine your enemy team's all on fire or just on their last tips of life breath, and Bowtie gets his ultimate. He basically resets their board. He basically makes it so the fight hasn't even started for them. So like he just resets the battle for them, and it's a really good ultimate situationally. It doesn't reset cooldowns, however. I think that's the only thing it didn't cover. It was cooldowns. So if you get cooldowns activated, your monsters have really high cooldowns. He'd obviously do this first, and then he'd have to do his AoE skills cooldowns become deactivated. That analysis of truth. This is a really strong skill. He's able to reset cooldowns, or deactivate cooldowns, not reset, deactivate cooldowns on your monsters. AoE, it's an AoE skill too, 0, spammable. He holds a spammable remove negative effects from the team. He can give immunities to DOTs and deny, and he can give life regen and or stamina regeneration, depending on the skill you use. You can choose to pick up both, but this is what I do. Kill 2 potions too, so that's neat. So that's coming up. Is there anything else really besides the bow tie event? I did say there was going to be a Metalisha breeding event. For that, you need Thyra and Keythor. I do believe. And in order to breed the Thyra, you need. Unless they change it. Last I checked, I think it was like MC Boss and the Disco Hippo. The I forgot hippopotamus. Hippopotamus. Yeah, you need that. So yeah, you need the MC Boss and hippopotamus for that. Unless they've changed that. I don't know if they're gonna change that, but I saw that on the leak. Uh, on Duringa, I mean. So yeah, that was about it. I think that's about it for this video. Uh, I don't know. I think this was just like to talk about recent events and what I've been doing lately. I think that was just pretty much like a news video. So this is pretty much like a news video. You're welcome for the latest news or list like what's been up, what's the 411. I'm glad to have given you this video. I hope you find it very entertaining. And I'll see you guys on my next stream when I decide to do that. When I get back to making videos and all that jazz. It should be fun. Yeah, I'm Dib the Awesome, and I'll catch you guys later.